on voting day, you go to the polling station. Now you say you have what, 40,000?
About 40,000.
Yes,
We use
over 40,000 polling
600
stations.
almost 600.
So you go to the polling station and you check your name. You join the queue.
You join the
check
queue.
your name when it's your turn.
Then you go and vote.
You give you a presidential ballot.
Ballot.
How many? Is it going to be 2 pages ballot, or you don't know that yet?
Oh, in 2020 we had 12 candidates, and it was only one
sheet.
One sheet.
Now you have 13.
Now we have 13. So I don't see how it's going to be so different.
Okay. So
for now, technology has advanced, so
So you have that one.
We have that one.
So I take that for presidential.
For president.
I stamp print, and then indelible ink will be available.
No, the indelible ink will apply when you have finished the entire process.
How do you stamp print? The thing
No,
in the boot.
that one
There's
is
ink
in the boot. There's ink in the boot.
So when you
there's
finish,
one in the
then you
presidential
indelible ink yourself so that you cannot come back.
Cannot come back. And you know the good thing is that.
But don't they take your name and cancel it?
They take and cancel, and you know, because we're also using biometric. Once with the ink, if even you try as much and you're able to clean it and you come,
the biometric will find you out.
And in 2020 we had almost 13.4 million people voted. Out of that, only about 11,000 did not go through the biometric verification.
Oh, that was significant
and
success.
And those people went through a manual form of verification. Their names were identified in the register. So if you are not a registered voter, don't dare.
How many people are you expecting to vote now? More than 13 million?
Now, 2020 we had 13.4, almost 13.4, and now the register we are doing almost 18.8. So assuming the numbers hold as they did in 2020, we had a voter turnout of almost 79%. Some regions did a little over 80%. Then some did almost 83, 82. Some
that's
did,
impressive.
But you know, we don't know whether the same numbers are going to.
So you take the paper and then you go to the
presidential
booth and presidential. You vote presidential first.
Yes, that's what we.
You can't choose. You have to vote presidential first.
That's what we did.
Okay, then you go to parliament. Then you pick it and then you vote and you are gone.
You are gone.
When the process is over at 6 o'clock, whatever time, what happens?
When the process is over, we close at 5 p.m. And once you are in the queue, you'll be allowed
to vote.
So
when everybody has voted.
When everybody has voted, then the presiding officer,
who's an electoral commission official.
It's electoral commission temporary official.
Oh, yes.
Let me put it that way.
I want to distinguish them from the political party official.
Yes, that's an electoral
commission official. The presiding officer. Okay, what happens?
And his job is now because the parties have their agents there, to bring all of them together to open the ballot.
So they open the ballot and pour it out on the table.
Pour it out and do the sorting.
Why do they need to do the sorting, and who is doing the sorting?
No, we have our team. You know, we have the presiding officer.
So political parties are not doing the sorting.
The political parties, their agents are there to observe the process and
do they touch the papers during the sorting?
Technically, they are not supposed to, because you are there. The job is a job for the electoral commission officials. That's the presiding officer plus the 4 other persons at the poll.
Will the security insist that political party officials will step back during the sorting? The reason why I'm asking is that there's been complaints by various political parties of something they call Yomo Mafia, where they put their hands on touch the ballots, because you can, when you see a ballot paper, even if it's closed, you can tell the position of the candidate, and you can tell that this vote is for John Mahama, this vote is for Bawumia. So you touch the ballot paper. If you are opposite John Mahama or opposite Bawumia, you touch the ballot paper in such a way that when counting comes, it's a spoiled ballot.
No, the party agents are not allowed to do that. And you know, at the polling station,
do they get near it?
They are supposed to be at vantage points where they can see the process, so that in case, let's say, a ballot issuer is giving 2 ballot papers to someone, they can see. But they are not supposed to interfere.
Who is enforcing this at that time?
At the polling station, the one in charge is the presiding officer.
And the
police
with him?
No, the security persons are there.
Police people listen to the presiding officer.
They take
He's their
instructions
boss.
because the presiding officer is the one in charge. So once you are an agent and you misconduct yourself, the presiding officer is empowered to tell the security that this person should be taken away from the center. And the party
are the political party agents allowed to bring their own personal security into the perimeter?
No, they are not allowed.
If it's in the Ashanti region and the NDC official feels that in a hostile territory, can they bring their own security? No, it's not done,
because we work with the Election Security Task Force control under the auspices of the Ghana Police. So they make sure.
So everybody should feel secure.
And you know, they've gathered their intelligence. There are certain places, if in their wisdom, this place will require more than one security person, they do that. So in the training we give to our officials, presiding officer, we tell them to maintain a very serene environment at the polling station to ensure that the right things are done. And about 99% of the time, the agents do conduct themselves
So after the thing has been sorted, so sorting means separating NDC's vote from MPP vote.
From MPP
so you're going to separate
PPP
at this level for the presidential. You're going to be separating 13.
Yes.
That's a tall order. So when you finish separating, how does the counting start? Whose are they counting first?
Usually what they do is that on the basis of the ballot.
Oh, so they count the first.
And you know, in many instances, for many polling stations, some of the candidates from what we saw in 2020, some of them may not even get. So I think the counting is not so much of a problem.
It's mainly NDC, MPP.
Mainly NDC. And you know...
So when they finish counting, what happens?
When they finish counting, we have what we call the statement of poll and the declaration of results from the one we call the pink sheet at the polling station. So each polling station has a customized...
Are we using pink this year?
Yeah, so far.
You don't have to tell us if you don't have to tell us.
The commission hasn't
changed it. 2020 was pink.
But the process is ongoing.
But the 2020 was it pink?
2020 was pink. And that's not the actual name, it's because of the color.
Yeah. It's the color of the paper. But sometimes it's been yellow.
Yellow, yes.
Yes. So you don't know whether we're using pink this year.
So that one we haven't yet.
You don't ballot for that, do you?
Oh, that one we don't. That one is the commission's
administrative decision. Okay, all right. So they write the results on the pink sheet.
And the agents of the parties must sign.
And they sign.
Then when we finish from the polling station, we go to the collation center.
Yes, what about pasting the results?
No, we also do it. When they finish, they paste the copy of the results.
At the polling station results.
Polling station.
And then from there, you are going to the constituency collation center. Where you are carrying the ballot box.
Where we are carrying the ballot box.
Do you put the papers back in the box?
Yes, we do.
So and you seal it again?
We seal it. Because, you know, the pink sheet at the polling station, the agents are giving copies.
So if somebody wants a recount, they do it at the polling station.
So at the polling station, you have the right to ask for a recount.
How many times?
No, usually the presiding officer will allow you to ask for a recount. But when it gets to a point and the presiding officer realizes that what you are saying may end up creating problems, they will refer you to go to the constituency collation center. And there are instances where, you know, the constituency collation center, we have the returning officer who is the one mandated by law to conduct the election in that particular constituency. But from experience, recollation is allowed when recounting is when they do, in many instances, they agree. So when you look at it from history, about 99% of the time, we don't have disagreements.
So what is leaving the polling station to the constituency coalition center is the pink sheet.
It's the pink sheet.
They're not going to look at the ballot box will go, but they're not going to open and recount.
Yes, unless somebody goes to the polling station, the constituency coalition center
and says, demands, I want this polling station
and
recounted.
Then the returning officer will take a decision.
So at the coalition center, they collate polling station 1, 60 plus 70 plus 39 plus 46 plus 76. And then they have the final result.
They have the final.
Do you give your presiding officers and returning officers calculators?
The districts are equipped with these facilities. And one of the things we are doing this year is that we did the advert recently. For each constituency, we are recruiting a collation officer, somebody with mathematics background, statistics, accounting, actuarial science, somebody who is well versed in mathematics to support the collation at the constituency level. It's the expectation of the commission that usually the returning officer, the deputy returning officers, as well as the technicians who support us, 2-3 days to the election, they will be working, crisscrossing the constituency. So on the day of collation, they become so tired because they've worked 24 hours.
So you need another person.
So we need another person. So these persons are supposed to be equipped with. And we have Excel
Your electoral commission officials, whilst doing their work during the day around the voting time, are they precluded from collecting a food pack from one of the political parties?
Usually we don't do, because what we do.
If I have jollof and we have enough. We say, easy, take this jollof.
We frown upon that. And during their training, we tell them, you don't take anything from any candidate.
But sitting in the center.
So we tell them to prepare.
No, but you sitting in the center doing your work, how would you know whether your official has collected jollof from the MPP?
We tell the presiding officers to ensure, and we do monitoring. When we are doing elections, commissioners, some will be going to this place, others in this region to check on what's happening. So, and you don't want to get to the point where commission will put a red flag against your name that we will not be engaging you. So because we don't want them to collect anything from anyone, we tell them to be fully prepared. If you know you have...